Temple Ashaju is now ready to do a review of yesterday's market activities. Good morning, Temple. Tell us what actually happened with the data yesterday.
Well, quite a lot actually happened. At the point in time, the market had been gaining some 0.26%. It was positive. We saw a lot of cherry picking across the counters with low valuations in the market until the last minute trading, which is a sell down on, I think it was MTN or thereabouts. And that's resulted in a closing auction in a way. We're not too sure if it was the share price of MTN, but it looks like it was MTN actually. So that at a point in time then changed the prices. At the point we saw some houses reporting a negative of 0.03%, which went viral. And then again, it was changed to some 0.06% positive eventually. That's the reason why we saw different reporting across the markets yesterday. But basically, we know that market sentiment was very, very positive. We saw 20 gainers in the market as opposed to just 7 losers, and that contributed massively to the gains that we saw here yesterday, 0.06% as opposed to 0.03% decline in the indices. Some 7 billion naira plus was added to the equity capitalization of the stock exchange yesterday. We got the volume of transaction also positive by some 22% yesterday. We got FBN Holdings, which has maintained its grip on the top trades chart, contributing more to this end of things. It was up yesterday by 1.05% and did the largest in terms of volume. Value of transaction compared to the previous day was also positive. All of that, when you put together, contributed to what we had yesterday in the markets. The energy markets yesterday, we saw that oil and gas, which actually rose the most yesterday, was positive. We saw some drivers from 11 PLC. 11 PLC is trying to delist from the stock exchange sometimes in June, which will be next month. It looks like some investors are now getting more information about this deal or something that they also put out their Q1 numbers recently, and so a close period for this company has also been announced. So investors are still digesting what could come with all of the deals around that. Total was also up yesterday by some 6.75%. All of this, when you put together, contributed to what we saw in the markets yesterday and pushed up the indices of the oil and gas segment by more than 2%, 2.92% yesterday. Insurance segment of the market was also positive, as well as the banking stocks yesterday. The only segment that was unchanged was the industrial goods segment of the market, and that's because Boa Cement, Dangote Cement, and WAPCO, these major figures that you have under that space, didn't really see much of differences yesterday. But for the consumer goods segment of the market, that was positive because Unilever, which is now at 12 naira plus, having fallen to a year low of 9 naira 90 kobo in the market, got some boost. Investors are now picking up the low valuations, and that has now changed the perception for that market, for that stock in the market. But we have the head of securities dealing with APT Securities, Muhammad Kayode, joining us now. Thank you very much for joining us on the program this morning.
Thank you.
It's Temple here, Kayode. Well, let's move on and quickly talk about the cherry picking that we've been seeing in the market. How much of opportunity do we have for the right picks in the markets going forward?
Yes, that's not the fact that we have the issue with the issue around COVID-19 now, which has greatly affected our market. You can see some stocks have started picking up back because of this issue that we are having in the in other countries, even in Nigeria. So all these things point to the fact that the market there's still opportunity in the market. Even with this COVID-19, there are some stocks that somebody needs to pick on, like stocks that falls within the healthcare sector. You see that this cannot be affected by COVID-19 issue. So also the stocks under consumer goods. So you can see, like Unilever, as you rightly said, has bounced back from 9 naira to 12 naira, and this shows that there are much more opportunity in this market to pick some of these stocks and make some money before the COVID-19 is over.
What will be your picks for the day, for today, this trading session?
Okay, the pick for the day, I'm looking at the stock like PZ. We're looking at stock like Len Africa. You look at stocks like Dangote Cement. You look at stock like Nestle. All these stocks are going to bounce back very quickly. And anybody that's investing in this market, we want them to have long-term investment horizon, so that by the time the long term comes, they can take advantage. By the time the upward movement of stocks come. They can take advantage of the short term. That does not mean that they cannot have long-term investment horizon in the market. But for today, I believe that those stocks I've mentioned earlier, they are going to perform better in the next short term, in a very short period of time.
Head of Securities dealing with Equity Securities and Fund, Kayode Mohammed. I appreciate your thoughts here. Thanks for speaking with us. All right, BC. Well, I know that the markets, in terms of the debt end of things, now got a new calendar for DMO yesterday, and we know that there was an NTB auction yesterday. There was so much supplies. I believe you'll be asking the debt and currency market analysts all of that later on the program.
Temple, thanks for the review of those markets. And we'll check out this morning's business headlines in London and peep into the debt and currencies market in just a moment. Please stay with us.